Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be learning about one of the most important things that we need to know about a piece of music. It is part of the secret code for playing a piece. You know how when you learn how to read a map and you had a map legend that told you the rules for the map? Well, this is part of the rules for your piece of music. It's called the time signature. The time signature is located at the very beginning of your piece of music, right after your clef sign, and it's going to appear as two numbers stacked on top of each other. For example, like this. Now, we would look at that and think that's a fraction, but it's not. It's just two parts of the secret code. So we have to learn what each part means. The top number tells us how many. How many what? It tells us how many beats are going to be in each measure. So in this example, the top number is a 4. I'm going to draw a measure over here, and it just means that the composer has decided that there are 4 beats in each measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we would start over the next measure, and there are 4 more beats in that measure. And the next measure would be 4 beats in that measure. So the top number is how many beats are in each measure. I could change this top number. If it's a 3, then it just means instead of 4 beats in each measure, I now have 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You notice how I start over every time I cross the bar line? I start over with the number 1. What if this is a 2? Then the composer will have decided that there's only 2 beats in each measure. And so I would count 1, 2, start over, 1, 2, start over, 1, 2, and so on. 2 beats in each measure. So the top number tells us how many beats are in each measure. The bottom number tells us what kind of note is going to get 1 beat. For the entirety of your beginning band life, this bottom number will always be a 4, but I do want you to know that it can change. For example, at some point in your life, you might have an 8 on the bottom. It is also possible to have a 2 or 1, a 16, a 32, but you will probably never see any of these. I think I've seen this one time. I've played music over 50 years. I've only seen that once. And you will see this one though, but you probably won't see it until you've played your instrument for at least 2 years. All right, so the bottom number tells us what kind of note gets 1 beat. If the bottom number is a 4, I'm gonna put an imaginary 1 here just so that you can see what I'm talking about. If I were to read this as a fraction, which it's not, but if I were to say 1/4, then you would say 1/4 note is going to get 1 beat. So the quarter note gets the beat anytime there is a 4 on the bottom. So the quarter note then is your foot tap. Most of the time, your music is going to say 4, 4, and we read this way. We say top number, then bottom number, and then the word time. So I would read this 4, 4, time. If this was a 3, I would read it 3, 4, time. You're way ahead of me, I know. What if it's a 2? 2, 4, time. How about, composers now like to write in this one a lot, 5, 4, time. What about this one? 6, 4, time, 7, 4, time. Well, what would that sound like? What would that look like? You might see this in high school. Well, it would look like 7 beats in a measure. So here's the opening of my measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. New measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's kind of weird, right? But it's just the way that the composer has decided to organize the measures. And he will always tell you in the secret code at the beginning, time signature. I also want you to know it is possible for the time signature to change during a piece, but for right now, it will always be at the beginning and almost always the 4-4 time. Thanks for joining us.